Stop explaining yourself. This one habit is silently destroying your respect without you even realizing it. You think explaining yourself makes you look clear, honest, and understandable, but in reality, it often makes you look unsure. The more you explain, the less people take you seriously. Understand this simple truth. People don't respect words. They respect certainty. When you constantly justify your actions, your decisions, or even your boundaries, you're indirectly telling people, please approve me. And people can feel that energy instantly. Look at this example. One person says, I can't make it today. That's it. Simple, direct, confident. Another person says, I'm really sorry. I had some work. I wasn't feeling well, and I thought maybe we should meet another day. Both are saying the same thing, but the first sounds confident, the second sounds unsure. This is how perception works. The more you explain, the more doubt you create. People start thinking, why is this person trying so hard? And that's where respect starts dropping. Here's a powerful rule you need to remember. The more you explain, the more you invite judgment. Every extra sentence gives people more space to analyze you, question you, and even challenge you. But when you keep things short and clear, there's nothing to attack. Over-explaining usually comes from three main reasons: people-pleasing, self-doubt, and past conditioning. You want everyone to like you, so you try to make everything acceptable to them. You don't fully trust your own decisions, so you try to validate them through words. Or maybe you grew up in an environment where you had to explain everything, so now it feels normal. But what feels normal to you might be damaging your image in front of others. Now let's flip the perspective. What happens when you stop explaining? People start taking you more seriously. Your words start carrying weight, because when you speak less, every word matters more. There is also something called the cognitive load effect. When you talk too much, you overload the listener. Too much information creates confusion, and confused people don't trust easily. But when you keep it simple, your message becomes stronger, clearer, and more powerful. Let's talk about boundaries, because this is where most people lose respect. When you say, I don't like this because, and then give 5 different reasons, you weaken your own boundary. It starts sounding negotiable. But when you say, I'm not okay with this, and you stop right there, it feels final. And people respect what feels final. You have to understand this mindset shift. You don't need everyone to understand you. You only need to understand yourself. Because the moment you depend on others to validate you, you lose your power. Many people are afraid of being misunderstood, but the truth is, people will misunderstand you anyway. Even if you explain perfectly, someone will still twist it. So instead of trying to control how people see you, focus on controlling your presence. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. When used correctly, silence creates curiosity, builds tension, and increases your value. Think about people who don't talk much, but when they do, everyone listens. Why? Because rarity creates value. If you talk all the time, your words lose impact. But if you speak only when necessary, people pay attention. Now here's something practical you can start doing immediately. The next time you say something, say it once, say it clearly, and stop. No extra explanation, no unnecessary justification, just clarity and confidence. At first, it will feel uncomfortable because you are used to filling silence, but that silence is where your power begins. Observe how people react. They will question you less, they will challenge you less, and they will start respecting your space more. Not because you became louder, but because you became clearer. Always remember this. Respect is not given to those who explain the most. It is given to those who appear certain. But don't confuse silence with fear. Don't stay silent because you're scared to speak. Stay silent because you don't need to prove anything. There's a big difference. One comes from insecurity, the other comes from confidence. And people can feel that difference without you saying a word. Finally, understand this truth deeply. You don't need to convince people of your worth. If someone cannot see your value, no explanation will ever be enough. And if someone already respects you, no explanation is needed. So the next time you feel the urge to explain yourself, pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I speaking to express or am I speaking to seek approval? And if the answer is approval, stop right there. Because your power begins where your need for validation ends. Speak less, mean more, and watch how people start treating you differently.